Hey, what's going on, missioners? All right, so one of the things that I deal with is the Chiron in Virgo, and its healer is Pisces. And it took me a long time because I knew this intellectually, but I'm like accepting this now more emotionally because I'm on my own. And the affirmation of Pisces is I believe, or to have faith, because faith is the loyalty to the unseen, or the believing in the things that are not seen. But so my level of faith changed my bank account. So one of the things that I understand with this placement is that to have a certain not just manage a routine, but your level of belief in yourself dictates your routine. So if your routine is dictated by, if you have a very weak routine that is based on scarcity, not being enough, not having enough money, not taking enough action, and that's what it goes into the first point here. Your tools won't change your life, or your outer resources won't change your life. Your faith will. Because one of the things I'm learning, especially from Neville Goddard, is your faith is your fortune. So, if you don't have, belief in yourself, then nothing will change for you. If you really don't be, because I've learned this one thing, that my lack of belief cost me everything, almost. And David Imiante says that in a podcast that he made a couple years ago. He said your level, your belief will give you everything, but your lack of belief will cost you everything. And two, idolize no one and admire them, but what's that in them is in you. So one of the things that you have to do is not create idols outside of yourself. Meaning, like, idolizing somebody in a place where you're looking for them to give you a solution, to see them as like this bubbly, big star, or bigger than you, and they're only using the God force that's within them, that's also within you. Because to idolize a man is to make them your idol, and to freeze you and to put you in an idle state. So when you put you in an idle state, they say the devil's playground is a idle mind. So the problem with idling people is it puts your mind at pause. You feel me? When you put your mind at pause, it gets you from taking action, from thinking to feeling, to feeling the feelings you need to feel to do to take action, because you're idolizing a person. And I've done this for years, like idolizing people where they don't have no more than I did, and at some point in time they were doing this. They were at the same point that I was. No food, no money, broke. They had all the same issues that I had, and I have. And they just had the certain level of belief in themselves, or faith, that I can do all things through my higher self, or through my human imagination that strengthens. Your level of activity is based on your faith. So, routine is ruled by Virgo, or habits is ruled by Virgo, and like I said here, your level of activity, or activities ruled by Virgo, is ruled by your faith. So activity is Virgo, and your faith is ruled by Pisces. You can even say Sag, but oh shit. Okay, that's fine. But they kind of, it's like a fraction. They intermingle with each other. So if you're not taking a certain amount of action in your life, it's because your faith is low. And there's no, it's actually, and usually if your faith is low, you're taking a low amount of action. So that means you're not studying, Virgo. You're not thinking. You're not analyzing. You're not breaking things down. You're not doing the daily habits. You're not doing the daily activities to raise your belief or even get to your ambitions. Sagittarius. Because Sagittarius, one of the things it's famous for their ambitions. So usually it's because if you don't get to your ambitions, you need to go from here to here to here. So, or usually from here to here to here. So, if your habits are wrong, that's why you, like, for instance, I'm going to get me a clock so I can, have my phone out the room. So I can only wake up to my alarm, and I can't wake up to, my phone. Because I don't want to wake up instantly and I go touch my phone, because it ruins the level of isolation that you need, or the ability to tap into my unconscious, or that period of time where you can go in the mirror and tap into your unconscious and get to that, raise your beliefs, raise your consciousness, raise your vibration for the day and for the rest of your life, because you're tapping into your unconscious between that 5 minute to, I want to say, 30 to 40 minute when you wake up, an hour when you wake up, 2 hours when you wake up. So you get to that Sagittarius: belief, understanding, wisdom. I don't mean knowledge, but wisdom, action, and experience. So wisdom is action. No, excuse me. Wisdom is experience, and experience and knowledge. So wisdom is experience and knowledge. So, your faith must be fed, or your fear will be, because you do live in a world of polarity. So, if your faith is not fed on on whatever you believe, it's not. If you're not constantly feeding it on a daily basis, because you have to go back to Virgo now, day to day. You have to feed your faith on a day-to-day basis. That's why they say in the Christian faith that you must be daily in the Word, because of the law of polarity. If you don't feed your faith every day, you, by default, and that's what most people don't understand, especially in the world we live in, your fear will be fed every day, because usually they're on polar opposites, and usually because we live in a fear-based world, we don't live in a faith-based world. As much as we like to believe, we like to think that way, we live in a very fear-based world. So, if you don't feed your faith every day, and however you feel faith applies to you, you by default, your fears will be fed, whether it be through media, through music, through books, through people. Your fear will be fed on a constant basis. So that goes on to my fifth and last point. Surround yourself with believers. So believers, meaning you are doers of the word, not just hearers of the word. Because with Pisces, one of the things with Pisces is that they love to daydream. So they are hearers of the word. They're people who love to listen, like it says Pisces rules music. So they like to listen. They like to absorb. They like to be an empath. But the Virgo is like, what are we gonna do today? What's the practical association of what we need to do today? And what I understood was that, again, your bank account, Taurus, your personal income won't change if your level of belief, Pisces, won't change. That's why Pisces and Taurus go along so well, because you need a certain level of belief to make a certain amount of income. And your faith changed my bank account. So usually, again, if you look at your bank account, it's at the size of your faith, and the opposite way around. If you look at your bank account and you look at your faith, it's probably low as fuck. Like I said, if you understand the polarity, if you're not feeding your faith every day, you're feeding your fear. And the craziest part about it is it looks so innocent, kind of like that Virgo child mentality. It looks so innocent. It looks so small, and so in other words, you could also say if you don't feed your dreams every day, ruled by Pisces, you'll feed your nightmares. That's deep. So yeah, if you don't get up and create the life of your dream, of your vision, so vision is also ruled by Sag. If you don't feed your vision every day of your dream, you automatically by default feed your nightmares, because your worst nightmare will come true, because we live in a fear-based world. So go to bit.ly/ astrology form in all caps to book your session. Or click the link in my bio. And this is more because I'm more of a practical teacher. So I like to find ways that I can do stuff, because my moon is in the 6th house. So I'm always trying to find ways to do stuff, not just, I don't want to collect an audience and be like, oh, you guys are fans of me. Like, that's fantastic, but are you fucking doing what I said? Like, nothing aggravates me more than you not doing what I said. Fuck what you like, what you like about what I said. Are you doing it? So go to bit.ly or click the link in my bio / astrology form for more.